Ever loved a movie so much you couldn't wait to own it? You tell your friends, your family, your coworkers, just anyone who would listen. Once it's released, you rush over to possess it, excited to relive the experience. But in the end, it only sits and collects dust. This time, I'll be unwrapping them.
Hey, what's up everybody? It is time for an Unwrapped review. Today I will be talking about Terrifier. I've been watching the series. You have seen this DVD pop up at the intro every time, so you know I've had this for quite a bit of time. And I'll throw a card up over here so you can check out the haul video I did when I got this lovely DVD from Texas Frightmare Weekend. But before I jump into this review for Terrifier, I want to give a special shout out thank you to my Muddy Cult patrons. Thank you so much for joining me here and supporting me on Patreon. If you want to become a Muddy Cult patron, you can hit that link in the description below. I give early access to stuff I post here on the channel and also the blog, as well as extra video content like unboxings and short reviews and behind the scenes and car vlogs of movies I go see in the theater, as well as abilities to request things for me to review or to watch on Discord and topics to talk about, among other things. But if you don't want to support me on Patreon, you can just hit the subscription button below. So you can see when I post stuff here on this channel. Usually it's on Wednesday or Thursday, but sometimes I sneak extra stuff in here. And then sometimes I don't feel well and I end up posting on some random day that does not make any sense. And you'll never know if you're not subscribed. So, let's talk about Terrifier. One reason I bought this, I don't know if I said this in my haul, but I've heard so many things about this movie that it's like really good and worth watching, and I purposely procrastinated on watching it right away. I have seen both All Hallows Eve movies. The first one is directed by the same director of Terrifier, Damien Leone. I don't know who directed the second one, but I did watch both All Hallows Eve. I think I did a quick review of it. If I did, I'll put a link in the description below for the blog post. If not, don't worry about it. I didn't make a post. How terrible of me. But I'm trying to really catch up on these Letterboxd like challenges, which you could totally follow me for. I mean, I'm slowly getting through these, but I keep also adding more and more movie challenges, which is something I don't need to do. But this was from Azul's 2021 movie, like horror movie challenge that he did obviously last year. And the prompt I picked this for, which was to push me to unwrap it and watch it, was Halloween week. Watch a horror movie that is set in the Halloween season. I also was kind of afraid how disturbing this was gonna be because, I don't know, look at Art. I mean, he's pretty creepy. And even in All Hallows Eve, he was a very disturbing, like, clown. Like, And this quote on the top by the Farsighted blog, I agree with it. Makes Pennywise look like Krusty. Yeah, definitely. So the other reason that it pushed me to watch this movie in the time that I did was because the sequel is coming out, and I may or may not make a video about it. It really depends if I have anything to say. But it is coming to theaters for a short amount of time, and I already bought tickets, so as I am filming this, I will be seeing this on Thursday. So hopefully I have something to say. I want to do more after theater reviews, because honestly, I haven't been doing a lot of them, even though I could, and I should. So let me tell you what this is about, and honestly, the description on the back is just like 2 sentences, so there you go. A maniacal clown named Art terrorizes 3 young women on Halloween night and everyone else who stands in his way. Not for the squeamish. So my expectation was I thought this was going to be like some super gory, like disturbing level, like film. Maybe not quite on the same level as like a Serbian film or 120 Days Silo or like Antichrist or something like that. Not quite there, but somewhere on that, like, I don't know, second tier of like the disturbing iceberg, maybe. And honestly, it was not that, because like I was like afraid. I was like, oh man, I'm kind of starting this kind of late, and I don't mind watching, you know, scary movies, horror movies like at night. That's not a problem. But I try not to, you know, hit that like trauma button like too late at night, because I try to like end on something light. So most of the time, at least this past like month I've been home, was like, you know what, I'll just put on some Drag Race or what, like catch up on some stuff on like the DVR, or like put on like an animated movie that I have from work or whatever. So I can say, yeah, it didn't quite hit that like trauma button. It is bloody, it is gory, the kills are quite vicious, but because it's so over the top, it's not that bad for me, at least. But I definitely agree with like the warning. If you are sensitive to blood and gore and stuff, probably not your jam. Don't watch it. Also, if you hate clowns, this isn't gonna make you like clowns. Like, you should have known that. It's a horror movie with a clown killer. But it's not as horrific as I thought it was gonna be, because it's so over the top and has like a campiness to it. And also, I really now understand why people like Art the Clown now. He gives me everything like I enjoy about like Chucky and Freddy Krueger, because they really enjoy, I guess, killing people, and they have like these punny, funny, like, lines that they throw that shows like, oh, I'm having a lot of fun messing with you. But he's also quite terrifying and methodical, but he doesn't talk. So, unpopular opinion, I am not a huge fan of like Michael Myers and Jason. I like my sassy talking killers like Freddy and Chucky. And even though Art does not talk, he still gives that comedy, and I love that. There is like a scene of him just riding around on a tricycle in a circle. Like, why? There are so many like moments where it's just like, he's just, you know, living his best life, offing people, messing with them, but he's so funny about it. And when I was logging it into Letterboxd, I saw that Michael Stone of Rada Reviews, definitely check him out. Nice, cool little shout out. You can check out his review of it. But one thing I didn't notice, how mime-like he is. He's still a clown, because they even describe him as a clown, and he has a clown makeup. But he does not talk, like, at all. He doesn't make a sound. Even when he is being beaten by a 4x4, he does not make a sound. And there's a lot of unexpected moments in the movie that keeps you, like, entertained. Like, there was I don't think they died, but they got hurt. There was something happened, and I was just shocked that it happened. But yeah, the kills are vicious and just satisfying. The blood is just so over the top and just crazy, and just the carnage he leaves behind is just so unbelievable and just nuts. It just fits his brand, and it makes me kind of excited but also kind of worried-ish going into the sequel. But I once again had fun with Art, even though he is hella creepy, and I thought that in All Hallows Eve too, so I totally understand why Mr. Leon, Damien Leon, made a full-length movie of this. Apparently this started off as a short, but I don't know if it's the same short that he put into All Hallows Eve. And I haven't seen those movies in a very long time, so maybe I'll go back and rewatch them or something. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. The plot is barely there. It's very basic. It's your basic slasher. It's just these two girls coming from, I'm assuming, a Halloween party or whatever. They're in their costumes and these skimpy outfits and then they have some car trouble, because of course. And that's when everything goes downhill from there. There you go. You don't need plot in a slasher. Just have fun with it. But the little bit that went on with it was just enough. It was just satisfying enough, and I had fun. That's all you need for a good clown slasher, right? Just to have fun. So, hopefully this was a decent review of the Terrifier. I'm sure you can find better reviews of this than mine. I look forward to maybe making this kind of a yearly watch, because it was pretty fun, especially if I can find other people who don't mind over-the-top bloody clown slasher movies. I'm sure there's not a lot of those, but that's it. That's the video. If you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your comments on what you thought of the movie and possibly the sequel. No spoilers. But, I mean, if you do want to put some spoilers in there, please tag your spoilers. I don't want anyone else, I don't want their experience to be ruined. I try to make all of my reviews spoiler free, and if I do add spoilers, I will let you know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time in another video. Peace.